In this video essay, Translanguaging and Literacies, written by Ofelia, García and Kleifgen, I will summarize how their work makes a case for translanguaging, a dynamic, multilingual, multimodal framework created to support bilingual students. Translanguaging. It's critical that we comprehend what translanguaging actually entails. The act of translanguaging is a way of doing and being for bilingual families, communities, and students. Translanguaging is an opportunity for language learning. It enables students to use their native tongue and English to solve problems in the classroom and demonstrate a breadth of understanding that is impossible to demonstrate in English alone. Multilingual literacies. When discussing translanguaging, we are tempted to ask how it is different from multilingual literacies and plural literacies. Multilingual literacies involve a range of communicative practices that often include using more than two spoken or written languages and language varieties. People may combine the languages when they speak and write. Plural literacies. Plural literacies is an approach to literacy that emphasizes literacy practices in socio-cultural contexts, while also giving multilinguals the preference to produce and understand messages in various linguistic and non-linguistic codes. The need for translanguaging pedagogy. We can assume that translanguaging pedagogy must be about social justice for multilingual learners of color who want to contest dominant narratives about language. García and Kleifgen explain that if we, as teachers, are to disrupt monolingual assumptions related to bilingualism and literacy, we need to engage in acts of social justice. For instance, by providing marginalized multilingual learners opportunities to act as literate multilingual learners who can use their entire semiotic repertoire or resources. In this way, teachers can use translanguaging pedagogy by engaging multilingual learners in critical translanguaging spaces, contesting English hegemony and reframing student competency rather than adherence to the appropriateness of academic language norms in the classroom. Our next question is, what does translingualism actually do? Translingualism captures the dynamics in languaging practices, in which multilinguals are constantly shuttling across their various linguistic resources, even if performing in a unilingual mode. Translingualism allows students to tap into all resources in their rich multilingual communicative repertoires. Translanguaging subscribes to equity, inclusion, and social justice. García and Kleifgen further explain that the translanguaging literacy approach produces an intensity of emotion, feeling, and meaning. It gives multilingual learners the freedom to act socially and partake of a rich education. The translanguaging approach allows multilinguals to demonstrate content learning without being constrained by their use of specific languages, and feel fully included rather than alienated in literacy classrooms. What are the impediments to translanguaging? Teachers generally find it challenging to overcome content standards and assessment practices that are traditionally monolingual and that tend to punish the translanguaging practices of multilingual learners. Translanguaging practices in the United States are conditioned by the socio-political and economic structures that consider the use of languages beyond English in classrooms as subversive to a harmful English-only status quo. What promise do the translanguaging literacies approach hold? Translanguaging literacies give minority bilingual students, especially those who are just starting out, a way to deepen their comprehension of texts, produce more diverse texts, boost their self-confidence as readers, and develop a more advanced critical multilingual awareness. What should the role of researchers be? To create a legitimate translanguaging space in literacy instruction, literacy researchers must investigate the silenced translanguaging that currently occurs in many classrooms. What should the role of teachers be? Educators must continue to question whiteness, English supremacy, and the potential role of language and literacy education in maintaining and/or disrupting racial and linguistic inequities. Well, that's a wrap on this video. We hope you found it inspirational and useful in your own teaching philosophy and pedagogy. And if you did, make sure to press the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe to our channel to check out more professional development bites and summaries on educational topics. How did this topic change or stretch your thinking? Or did it stay the same? Let us know your thoughts about the article. If you have any questions or comments regarding our topic today, make sure to write them in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for your service, educators. Until the next time, bye-bye.